Hey everyone, Flora here. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard the news that Chapman, aka TipToeChick, has passed away. I made an announcement on my Instagram page and also on this page here on Facebook last night. And sorry. I wanted to come on here because a lot of people have very busy lives. We have businesses to run, we've got families to feed and care for. And when unexpected news happens, a lot of people try to push through and get their list done and not give themselves permission or take the time to grieve. Sorry, I didn't want to cry. And I really want to share this with you today because right now there's a huge part of our community that's grieving this loss. Honestly, I slept like shit last night. I kept thinking about Dee. I kept thinking about the last time I had a conversation with her over the phone. And it's hard. It's hard. And I have a big long list of stuff to do today, and I'm not going to do any of it. I'm not. I have to bring my dog to the vet because he had a scratch on his eye. I brought him in last week to the homeopathic doctor and then also to the vet just to get it documented in his record. And they wanted to check back with him, and they actually were excited about the homeopathy that we were doing. So anyway, so that's the only thing I'm really doing today, besides just taking time to reflect and honoring a life that will be deeply missed. And so, you know, going back to grieving and living your life, shit happens. It truly does. You know, my mom passed away in a car accident. My dad passed away from cancer. So I've seen and experienced loss from both sides of it, with sudden loss with my mom and gradual loss with my dad. Both are extremely hard. But you've got to give yourself permission to truly go through the process as you need to go through it. Don't force yourself to do things like work if you're not up to it. If you feel like crying, cry. I would recommend avoiding self-medication with drugs or alcohol and really leaning on your community. I mean, we have a really strong spiritual community. Even though I don't post on my old channel anymore, I'm still very active in my spiritual practice. Members of the Mastermind Mafia group are actively going through the Year in a Day program. So right now, I am leaning on my spiritual community. I'm leaning on my spiritual tribe. And that's what I recommend all of you do, is to find your spiritual running buddies and lean on them and reflect and laugh and cry. And I've got a very good friend of mine, Warren, who is just a gift to this world. He was also very good friends with Dee, and we were, you know, kind of reminiscing this morning about her random Skype calls and how we would just laugh and cry and everything in between on those calls. And, you know, it's something that when you give yourself that opportunity to just feel the enormity of emotions, whether it's laughing or crying or just being in quiet reflection, that's perfect. But give yourself permission to feel. Try not to push it down. Try not to say, well, I have to suck it up because I have work to do. You know, just give yourself permission. And if you have to go to a corporate job, or you have to go and work today or tomorrow or the next day, and you feel sad and somebody says, oh, what's wrong? You can tell them what's going on. Just say, someone in my community passed away and I'm really sad about it, you know? And just be honest with them. And don't put on that happy face if you don't feel like it, really, you know? And just take this time to honor you, honor the memory of Dee, honor how much of a part of this community that she really and truly was. And take this with you throughout your life. Whenever you have loss of any kind, give yourself permission to truly just be in the energy of it, because life isn't just about having happy times. It's about experiencing both the highs and the lows. I watched a video the other day about someone who was sharing the heartbeat. And if you look at what happens when we pass away, it's flatlined, okay? But if you look at someone who's living, the heartbeat has highs and lows and everything in between. And that's what life is all about. That's what tells us that we're alive, is we have these highs and these lows. And the beautiful part about this community is many times we share those highs and we share those lows, because there's lessons, there's value, there's opportunity in everything, in the highs and the lows. So I would encourage all of you today to just be very present with how you feel and honor it, and just remember a beautiful soul. And I guess that's it. But I just wanted to just remind all of you that you don't have to push through and do the things that your heart just really is telling you that you don't need to do today. Or whenever you have grief or loss or sadness, just be, really. And honor that, because like I said, that's part of living. That's part of the highs, part of the lows, part of the seasons of life. You know, one of the videos that I had on my old channel was about the seasons of life and how we have the summer energy and the fall and the winter and the spring energy, and how, you know, there are some days where we don't feel like doing anything, and then other days where we feel like doing a lot of stuff. Whatever that is for you today, honor it. If you feel motivated to bake or cook something, do that. You know, if you feel that you just want to sit and watch all of our old videos, then do that. But, you know, this is an opportunity for all of us to grow. This is an opportunity for all of us to reflect and just be present with our energy and be present with this community and the beautiful soul that's now flying free. So anyway, I hope you all have an amazing day, even though this is really hard news for a lot of us. You're still alive, you know, and those of us who are in this spiritual community know that we don't really die. Our physical body does, but our energy is still flying free, and our energy is still out there. So if you want to talk to her, go ahead. Say, hey Dee, I miss you, or whatever it is that you want to share with her. And let her know that you're still here thinking about her, and have a conversation, because all energy is here. You know, that's what basic science tells us. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just is. It just changes forms. So, although we will miss the physical manifestation of Dee, aka TipToeChick. All right, I love you all, and I am gonna go bring my dog to the vet, and then I'm going to probably go for a long walk. So, I love you all.